Hello, welcome back to 340 Paddler, and today I want to talk about the early preparations for 2018. It's never too early to get started in terms of preparing for the race. Maybe you've decided you're not going to do the race. Who are you kidding? Of course you're going to do the race again. Everyone comes back. They all come back. Okay, maybe not, but you're getting over the MR340, and this video is specifically for people who have done the 340 and are planning on it again next year. If you're a rookie coming in for the first time in 2018, there will be good information in here, so stay with me. So first of all, you've run the race in 2017. Make sure that you write up your race. You want to talk about things that worked. So for example, did a certain nutrition plan work, or did something work to keep you up at night or sleeping at certain points during the night? What failed? And this is something that you tend to forget over the span of a year. Next June, you'll be sitting there completely forgetting how much you hated the fact that your legs went numb, or how badly your back chafed, or how that PFD really didn't have a spot to put whatever it is you were trying to put in it. And write down changes that you want to make. So for example, items that you want to replace, upgrades you want to make, and goals that you want to accomplish on your way to the 2018 340. And you've seen some of those on the forums and people talking about them. Make sure you do it while this is fresh in your mind. Next, you're going to want to rest. A lot of 340 paddlers, some of the best paddlers out there, will take 2 months off, 3 months off. And when I say taking months off, and by the way, sometimes as late as, they won't start training until as late as January. But when I say taking time off, I don't mean sitting around watching television. What I mean is generally active recovery. Let's say you finished your first 340, you want to come back and just kill it next year. Well, you don't want to start training right now. You will run into problems of injuries and overtraining. You may have injuries that you don't even know you have right now. For example, issues with your shoulders or something that are there now, and if you allow them to heal, you won't have a problem. But if you don't deal with them now, you might be forced to take a month off in March because of those injuries. So what you want to do, if you finish for the first time, maybe you want to start a running program. Start running 1 mile a day, 2 miles a day, 3 miles a day. Maybe you want to start a strength program and start very, very low, working up. Maybe you want to work on flexibility. That's something you can definitely start working on right away. But you want to make sure that you're staying active. Otherwise, you're going to be in worse shape than you want to be come November, December, January when you start training again. This is also the time to buy a new boat. I went and bought a new boat a week after the 340. Bought this fancy new orange thing that is well known. And there's a lot of boats out there that are available. This is a selection that's available on the 340 group in Facebook right now. We have a carbon fiber QCC 700, beautiful racing boat. I raced one of those for a couple of years. We have an EFT from Westside Boat Shop down in Texas. We have an Epic V10. We have a plastic, I'm not sure what that is, but a nice sea kayak there. We have a K1, which I believe was in fact sold. The reason people are buying and selling now is in the fall, a lot of people are selling boats, so you can get new boats at a little bit cheaper price, and it gives you a full year to get used to that boat. All those odd little tidbits of a boat that we're always trying to find and get used to before the big dance. You also want to plan a new training routine. Now, I don't know of anyone who really sticks with the same routine over and over and over again. Oftentimes, you'll stick with something for a year, maybe 2 years, and then change it up. It's up to you. Maybe your routine worked perfectly last year. Who knows? But a couple of options to think about. First of all, I would strongly suggest, especially if you've never been really involved in sports in the past or it's been a long time, if you can afford to do so, get a personal trainer. And preferably someone who has worked with people in the 340 in the past. I've worked with a personal trainer for 2 years. If you leave a comment for me or track me down on Facebook, I will absolutely pass on her information. But the reason that I recommend a personal trainer for a lot of people is it gives you a sense of accountability, and they know how to adjust your program immediately. They have all of that knowledge. It's one phone call, and they can fix a lot of those problems that you may come across in training. If you don't want to do a personal trainer, maybe you want to get an ergometer. This is a great time to do it. They have canoe, kayak, and stand-up paddleboard ergometers. You can also make one out of a Nordic track. Those instructions are available online. You could set up your own routine. Who knows? But it's a good time to set these things up now while you're really thinking about the 340. Maybe you're really excited about next year's 340. So it's a great time to do it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, quarrels, qualms, quandaries, or curse words, please leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, this is 340 Paddler hoping that you keep your paddle in the water. This video brought to you by the South Dakota Kayak Challenge. Have you ever sat around at 2 in the afternoon on a Wednesday, kind of tired, looking forward to the end of the week and wondering why you're so happy? Why have you never had misfortune in your life? Have you ever wondered how the other half lives? Well, come on down to the South Dakota Kayak Challenge, where we guarantee suffering with a side of despair. Yes, South Dakota Kayak Challenge registration opens January 1st.